The NFL is home to numerous records that stand as towering achievements in the history of the sport. Among these, some records are so extraordinary that they seem almost unbreakable. These records have become legendary, capturing the imagination of fans and setting benchmarks for future generations. So why not start off with one of the GOATs? One of the most iconic records is Jerry Rice's career receiving yards and touchdowns. With 22,895 receiving yards and 197 receiving touchdowns, Rice's records are basically impossible to beat. Due to him playing for 20 years, no one has come close to either. Larry Fitzgerald came the closest, but he was still 5,000 yards away, as he only had 17,000 receiving yards. And then you have Randy Moss, who is second all time with 156 touchdowns, which is still 41 touchdowns away from Jerry Rice. I don't think these records will be broken anytime soon, and definitely not during my lifetime, and I'm only 21. If anyone says Jerry Rice isn't the best receiver of all time, please hit him with one of these. Next is Eric Dickerson's single season rushing record. In 2012, Minnesota Vikings running back Adrian Peterson came within 10 yards of topping one of the most prestigious NFL records. Dickerson's single season rushing total of 2,105 yards was almost broken, as Peterson finished with 2,097 yards. Dickerson set the record in just his second NFL season, averaging 131 yards a game and 5.6 yards per carry. In 3 of his first 4 seasons, Dickerson rushed for over 1,800 or more yards. And the way running backs are being treated today, I think this record will continue to stand a little bit longer. Well, maybe Derrick Henry can push for it one more time. I mean, he is the most current running back to rush for over 2,000 yards. But there's another record held by a running back, and it's Emmitt Smith's 18,355 career rushing yards. Smith is one of the greatest running backs in NFL history and will be a key player for the Dallas Cowboys. He won 3 Super Bowl trophies with the Cowboys and rushed for over 1,000 yards in 11 seasons. His record for the most career rushing yards is extremely difficult for any running back to reach, especially with the way the game is currently played. Teams are throwing the ball a lot more, which means running backs are getting fewer handoffs. Plus, running backs already have shorter careers. Just ask Todd Gurley about it. This record may never be broken. Now let's switch to the other side of the ball. Ed Reed has the longest interception return for a touchdown in NFL history. In 2004, Ed Reed had a 106-yard interception return for a touchdown.
What happened if you're a Raven fan? Garcia. Ed Reed, interception. And Ed Reed takes it out of the end zone.
And established a record for the longest pick six return in NFL history. People said the only person who could break that record would be Ed Reed himself. And 4 years later, Reed broke his own record by 1 yard.
Cobb still has it. Throws into the end zone. It's intercepted by Ed Reed. He gets away from Cobb and he is still going down the sideline. Brent Selleck trying to cut him off. Reed needs one more block. He goes all the way.
It's hard to see another defender notch an interception 8 yards deep into the end zone and having the ball to return it for a touchdown. The longest non-touchdown interception return was 104 yards by Marcus May in 2018, and the longest non-Ed Reed pick six in NFL history is 103 yards and is held by 3 players, with the most current player being Akeem Talib in 2017. Peyton Manning has 2 records, having the longest neck in NFL history, and another record that has stood for over 11 years. Manning threw for 55 touchdown passes in the 2013 season, which set a new standard for quarterbacks that may never be surpassed. Only 2 quarterbacks in the history of the NFL have passed for over 50 or more touchdowns. You have Tom Brady in 2007 and Patrick Mahomes in 2018. And if there's one guy who can break this record, his name is Patrick Mahomes. Randy Moss is known for his acrobatic catches and blazing speed, but he has a record that's pretty impressive. Moss scored 23 receiving touchdowns in a single season, and although he didn't win a Super Bowl ring, he has had one of the best careers for a wide receiver. His performances in big games and individual awards speak for itself, but his greatest individual season came in 2007 while playing for the New England Patriots, where he joined forces with Tom Brady. That season, Randy Moss caught a total of 23 touchdown passes, setting a new single season touchdown record and breaking the previous one held by Jerry Rice. The Patriots would go on to finish the regular season with a perfect 16-0 record and demolish their playoff opponents to reach the Super Bowl, but would eventually lose to the New York Giants. Brett Favre's 297 consecutive starts will never be broken. I mean, it doesn't even sound real. This record is basically impossible to top, because what player can stay healthy for that long? You can say what you want about Brett Favre, but he wasn't going to miss a game, which is why you have to respect him as a player. Throughout the NFL's history, only 11 players have made field goals from 62 yards out or longer during an official game, but there was one kick that topped all the others, and is held by the greatest kicker of all time, Justin Tucker. Tucker has the longest field goal in the NFL history, with a 66-yard field goal.
On its way. It bounces off the crossbar, and it's good! Oh my goodness!
Not only is it the longest field goal ever made, but it was also a kick that's time expired, and it helped the Ravens defeat the Detroit Lions 19-17. If you love your mother, please consider subscribing.